Keep Aadhaar in your mind when you're planning India trip this time, because India is actually moving towards single identity system. Aadhaar may become absolutely mandatory for financial transaction in India soon. Remember, maintaining proper tax compliance is essential not only for legal reason but also for any smooth financial operations in India. If certain investments no longer align with your financial goals, consider surrendering them and reinvest the proceedings in the asset which can grow according to what you're planning for or future goals. Hello everyone, welcome to Keerthi's FinFo NRI community. I am CS Keerthana. I live in Dubai. I run the consultancy, a firm which is specialized in NRI services. I'm a company secretary. I have also done CMA strategic level from UK. I'm also a SEBI registered MFT. As usual, I am here with another video for NRIs. Being an NRI, you definitely visit India at least once a year as your roots are there. That may be for functions, vacations, or with an intent to meet your parents, relatives, friends. Right now, when I'm here in India for 2 months and I'm super excited for my visit. At this time, I'm also thinking of completing some official works which makes my life easy when I go back to Dubai again. In this video, I'm sharing an NRI checklist which I have prepared for my India trip. This may help you as well in your next India trip, so stay tuned till the end. First one, streamline your bank accounts. During your visit to India, prioritize consolidating your bank accounts. This process involves visiting branches in person to update any kind of missing information. Submit the required documents. It is an opportunity or time to close any unused saving bank accounts if you have it in India. NRI holding saving banks account is against FEMA compliances. So consider converting that into NRO or not ordinary resident account. They are designed to manage the income earned in India, while NRE or non-resident external accounts handle foreign earnings, remittances. So if you have any such income generated in India like rents, you should actually receive it in NRO. The money that you are sending from abroad to India, it may be through NRE. I hope you all know by now the difference between NRE and NRO. In case if there is an ESB account, convert that to NRO. Stay compliant with KYC. Know your customer compliance is a critical aspect for maintaining every kind of financial transactions. If you are facing any issues with the KYC details in the mutual fund houses, banks, visit them, provide all the documents necessary. It's a perfect opportunity to resolve it. By providing all the documents in person, you can actually make it little swifty process. Take this time to update your personal information such as your current address, phone number. Typical documents required for KYC includes proof of identity, and in case if there is any updation required in PAN, please do it. And if you want to actually update any kind of information in Aadhaar, please do it when you are in India because you need this biometrics. You cannot courier it or speed post it, right? So please visit Aadhaar Enrollment Center and update all the information. Ensure that there is no mismatch in PAN, Aadhaar, passport, whether it is about the name or any kind of personal information. If you want to update, just today itself go to PAN or Aadhaar Enrollment Centers and get the thing done. Third one, review your investment. If you have PPF or public provident account, it is advisable to close it as NRIs are not eligible to invest in PPF. The process of closing a PPF account typically involves submitting a closure form along with your passport copy and an NRI status proof to the bank or post office wherever the account is held. If you have investment in Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana in the name of your daughter who is with you in foreign country, it is of no use. Consider closing it. Embrace digital banking. In today's digital age, having an access to online banking is critical, especially for NRIs. Use this time, visit and activate internet banking services for all your accounts. This may involve visiting the bank branches, verifying your identity, setting up all the necessary security measures. Once activated, thoroughly test the functionality of that online banking service also. So ensure that you perform all that necessary transaction access to the required features. If you find online services of your current bank unsatisfactory, consider transferring all your accounts to the bank where there is a better digital infrastructure. Most of the major Indian banks offer step-by-step guidelines on their website for activating their internet internet banking, which typically involves registration, verification, setting up the login credential, etc. Fifth point is align your identity in official documents. Your PAN, permanent account number, is a critical document for financial transaction in India. So as an NRI, it is important to convert your PAN status from resident to non-resident. This process involves submitting Form 49AA to the Income Tax Department along with proof of your foreign address as your copies of passport. And though Aadhaar is not mandatory, India is moving towards making Aadhaar as a mandatory. If you don't have Aadhaar, apply for Aadhaar. Always keep it ready. If you have Aadhaar, it is advisable, validate it, update it when you are visiting India this time. In case if you have an email ID or mobile number which is not functional, which is not receiving OTP, update it. As I said earlier, this is the very important point because most of the KYCs were on hold because of the biometrics requirement. So NRIs, keep Aadhaar in your mind when you're planning India trip this time because India is actually moving towards single identity system. Aadhaar may become absolutely mandatory for financial transaction in India soon. We already have some indications, India moving towards that. Recently, for mutual fund investing, all of a sudden in April, Aadhaar was made mandatory. Most of the NRIs could not receive OTPs. They did not have an active phone number. OCIs did not have Aadhaar. So this caused a lot of hardship. So now, upon request, the decision was made by SEBI to make it mandatory only for residents and NRIs it is postponed till April 2025. So in case if you are eligible, please get Aadhaar card even if it is not mandatory. And also remember one more point. If you have multiple PAN card, it is critical to cancel that extras because it is against law to hold more than one PAN. In passport, in PAN, in Aadhaar, every personal details of information should match. If not, you are in problem next. Sixth one is file tax returns. As an NRI, it is crucial to stay compliant with Indian tax laws, which may require filing of tax returns even if you don't have a taxable income in India. During your visit, take an opportunity to gather all necessary financial documents. Consult a tax professional who specializes in NRI taxation. You will actually need to assess the kind of income that you are earning from India, your residential status, how they are going to affect your investment also. For example, if you have a capital gain, you cannot basically adjust it against the basic exemption limit. That means even if your income is below 2.5 lakh under old regime or 3 lakhs rupees under new regime, even if you have 1 rupee capital gain, you must file ITR. So just don't be under impression that my income from India is not up to 2.5 or 3 lakhs. I'm exempted from this. Don't. Consult tax professional. Take professional assistance. And remember, the deadline for filing the ITR this year is July 31st. If you had missed any deadline and if you could not answer the notice, if you had received notice and if there is any pending return, then pay applicable penalties. Keep everything compliant. Remember, maintaining proper tax compliance is essential not only for legal reason but also for any smooth financial operations in India, including repatriation of the fund or the property related transactions, which you might take up in the future. 7 is consolidated official documents. Take time during your visit to consolidate all orphaned investments or documents, including your old insurance policies. So visit these respective offices to review the investments and make an informed decision about it in the future. If certain investments no longer align with your financial goals, consider surrendering them and reinvest the proceedings in the asset which can grow according to what you are planning for or future goals. Additionally, review the status of any fixed deposits held by banks. This is an excellent opportunity to convert the physical documents to digital format, including shares of companies or fixed deposits, term deposits, including your insurance policies. Digitizing these documents allows easier management and access when you are abroad. Just let me give an example. From April 31st, all insurance in India issued to EIA account. It is like your demat account for insurance. So you can digitize even old policies through this. Another app that can also help to consolidate your Indian documents is DigiLocker. DigiLocker is a flagship initiative of Ministry of Electronics and IT under Digital India program. So this DigiLocker aims at digital empowerment of citizens by providing access to authentic digital documents. To citizens, digital document wallet. DigiLocker is a secure cloud-based platform for storage, sharing, and verification of the documents and certificates. DigiLocker supports variety of documents, including your Aadhaar, PAN, driving license, vehicle registration certificate, educational certificate, and more. Users can upload and store this document securely in DigiLocker account. This account is linked to Indian number. So when you are in India, it is easy to do it. Please think about this thing seriously. They will make your Indian transactions super easy and documents accessible when you are residing in the foreign country. Eighth one, manage your real estate. This is not to be left behind. If you are owning property, I am very sure most of you are owning property, you should visit. And this is a perfect time to review and manage the asset. Ensure that you have paid all property, municipality taxes and it is up to date. Arrange for necessary maintenance and repairs. If you have tenants, use this opportunity to review the lease agreements, collect any due rent, address all the concerns that you are having. It is important to be aware of the tax implications of owning a property in India as NRI. Rental income is taxable in India, and if you sell the property, definitely you will have a capital gain tax. Consider consulting with the tax advisor, understand all your obligations, explore available exemptions, deductions if you are planning for selling. You may also want to consider appointing a property manager in case if you have a huge portfolio of real estate. You can even think of getting lower TDS certificate for rent. It helps to reduce the TDS which is actually withheld even on the rental income which you are getting. So TDS or lower TDS certificate is not only when you are selling the property, even when you are receiving the rent. In case if your rental income is substantial portion of your income from India, consider this. Ninth point, get comprehensive health checkup. Use your time in India to undergo comprehensive health checkup. Healthcare in India is more affordable than in any other countries, and it is a cost-effective option for NRIs. Schedule an option with reputable hospital or clinic and undergo a thorough health assessment. Consider getting screenings such as full body checkup, dental examination, eye test, or any specific test which is necessary for your age, gender, and family medical history. This might include tests for diabetes, cholesterol, cancer screenings, and cardiac evaluations. Remember to obtain this detailed reports of all this tests, and if you have any new disclosure to make to your health insurance, email to health insurance provider. Non-disclosure of the health detail may be a reason for the claim rejection later. So if you find any issues in the health screening, disclosure is must. Do it without hesitation to the insurance provider. Last, 10th point, give power of attorney. If you have given already, then evaluate it. Setting up or updating power of attorney is a critical step for NRIs to manage their financial affairs in India, because a POA allows you to appoint a trusted individual to handle all your legal financial matters on behalf of you when you are not in the country. This can particularly be useful if you are managing multiple properties, investments, dealing with lot of official documentations. So there are different type of power of attorneys to consider, such as GPA or general power of attorney, which covers wide range of actions, or special power of attorney, which is limited to some specific task. So be sure of this. Clearly define the scope of the authority that you are granting, or consider setting up an expiration date also if it is appropriate. It is advisable to consult a legal professional to draft this power of attorney that which is best suited for your needs and complies with Indian law. That's all for today. I'm sure if you do all these 10 things, life will be much more easier when you are living in foreign country. That's all for today. See you again in next week with more interesting topic. Till then, bye bye.